Hi, everybody. This is Brother Devin, aka Dr. Harmony, aka Davy Claymore Hawkins, formerly known as Tiger 4161. And today, I've come back to happily announce and say that once again, I am straight. Yes, that's right, family. I'm straight once again. Um, because I know 2 weeks ago I told people that I was bisexual, and that was because I had billions and billions of thoughts in my head, and I remember people kept questioning me about my sexuality. Um, Now, am I still metrosexual? Yes. Am I still into BDSM? Yes, and that's never going to that's never going away because I realized that I am an Eastern heterosexual. And it's like I feel bad about it because I walked away from something I built YouTube wise. Well, I didn't walk away. I almost did. I almost walked away from excuse me. I almost walked away from something I built YouTube wise. And for that I just would like to say that I am sorry that um my feelings um, misguided you all about who I was and what my intentions as an Eastern heterosexual were. I know some of you were interested. And I'm also glad to announce that I will continue to teach my sacred knowledge on Eastern heterosexuality. So, with that being said, I would like to apologize to my heterosexual family that watches. Okay? Most importantly of all, to my Kemetic and Yoruba black gay people, um, I want to say that I apologize to you as well. And I ask for your forgiveness for telling people that I was bisexual and misguiding you. And I vow to the very day that I'm gone to continue to be what I'd like to call um, an androgynous heterosexual or heterosexual androgynous. Basically, what this means is that I am a I am and always have been a spiritual heterosexual. I'm not of the average heterosexual. Yet I know that you that most of you very masculine men and masculine women, you need us to help heal you and balance you out. And spiritually, my lineage comes out of Egypt because in my past life, I was King Tut. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. In my past life, in my ancient past life, I was King Tut. Okay? And now that I'm not King Tut anymore, um, I now recognize that I still carry some of King Tut's consciousness. Okay? With that being said, I also carry some Heru. I also carry some Anhur. Okay? Those masculine warrior like energies, as well as Asar, Osiris, okay? Um, because anybody that knows me personally can tell that I am a person of peace, love, compassion, as well as righteousness and truth. Also, I would like to say that I want to dedicate this video, excuse me, I want to dedicate this video to to four people. My soulmate. I will I will call her I will call her I will call her Sunshine. Okay? She she is my Sekhmet, and I am her Heru and her Mao. Okay? If you don't know who the Egyptian god Mao is, I suggest you look him up. He is a representation of the of the Egyptian king and ruler of the universe, Ra. Okay? Excuse me, that's my cell phone. Let me turn it off. Alright. Okay. So so again, this video is dedicated to King Ba Sumara Igfagbemi and to my 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 relatives, my relative, my uncle, Darrin Holmes. Okay, so before I continue talking, let me pour libation for both of them. All right, so I know that in I know that in Kemet, pouring libation is only supposed to be for the dead. But one of my internet spiritual teachers before King Ba Sumara Igfagbemi was Bobby Hemmett. And I remember Brother Bobby Hemmett, Master Teacher Bobby Hemmett, saying that not only are you supposed to pour libation for the dead, but also for the living, because it's not just about um, showing acknowledgement, and it's not just about showing acknowledgement and honoring them, but it's also about giving those before and after us strength and empowerment. So I'm going to pour libation for for my uncle Darrin, and King Ba Sumara Igfagbemi. All right, as well as my gay and lesbian comedic, as well as Pan African and pro black Sechesu Na Shimsu. Okay? And I'm also going to be pouring libations for the dominant females. Two of them that are in my life. Okay? So we're gonna start with the men first. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ashe. um. Um. Forgive me, you guys. I'm a little tired today, but I I have enough energy to talk. So I'm going to do that. All right. All right. So I'm now. You might not be able to see me pour libation, but I'm but I'm but you're gonna hear the water being poured into the cup that I have here. Okay, and um, King Basumara Igfagbemi has visited me in the astral plane as well. Um, yeah, he came about 10-15 minutes ago, and something is telling me he's still here. So I'm going to um, honor him, and then I'm going to continue with what I have to say in this vlog. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty long video today because I have a lot I want to say, and I have a lot that I want to share. Um, just know this. I have big things for you coming up. I have big things. No, I'm sorry. I have big things for myself coming up. That's the first thing I want to state. And the second thing that I want to state is that I have big things um, that I'm preparing and setting up for you as my audience. Okay? Alright, so let's begin with the libation. We're gonna first start with my uncle Darrin Holmes. Uncle Darrin Holmes. Ashe. Alright? King Ba Sumara Igfagbemi. Ashe. Alright? Happy Sechesu. Ashe. Asar. Ashe. Obatara. Ashe. Nebheru. Ashe. Nebheru. Ashe. Nebsekmet. Ashe. Nebheru on behalf of Sekmet. Ashe. Alright. Okay. Androgynous heterosexual ancestors. Ashe. The metrosexual ancestors of ancient Egypt. Ashe. Ah. Nebmau. I'm sorry. Nebbaset. Ashe. Nebmao. Ashe. Nebra. Ashe. Um, sun, my soulmate sunshine. Ashe. Alright. And once again, Mother Goddess Sekhmet, Nekhbet, and Goddess Aset and Amunet. Ashe and Ashe. Alright. And I'm gonna pour a little for King Tut. Sorry you get 2 drops, buddy. And myself. Ashe. Alright? Alright. Okay. We got the energy going. So, I want to, again, okay, they're telling me drink. They're like, sip some. They say drink, sip. All right. All right. I'm listening. I'm listening to my Sechesu. Okay. Okay. All right. So. All right. I had to breathe that in. Okay. All right. So. feeling an ancestor in my presence. Let me see who it is. Oh, it's King Basmara Igfagbemi, and he wants to say thank you. You welcome, Your Majesty. All right. Okay. So, um, what I want to share with you all is, well, first again, let me start by saying that I apologize if I misled anyone. Once again, I would like to announce that I'm straight. Okay. Um. Yet still androgynous. Excuse me. In from 2 aspects. One, embracing my feminine energy, my 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 feminine and flamboyant. I was gonna say flexible, because flamboyant is more of a homosexual term. I mean, not that I have anything against that word. It's just I want to relate a little bit more to the heterosexuals, if my gay ancestors don't mind. And they say no, they don't mind at all. All right, so I want to connect with not just my masculine side, but also the the side of me that is feminine. Okay, that's the first point of androgyny. The second part of me expressing my androgyny is my metrosexuality and and my my artistic creativity and my, I guess you could say, my materialistic creativity at the same time. So again, I want to apologize if anybody on my channel feels like I have misguided them. I I feel that when I told people I was bi, I felt confused about who I was sexually, because I'm still gonna be honest. You know, I I I I am a man trying to live a life of right righteousness, justice, and truth. And I would be lying to you if I said that I was perfect, which I'm not. Okay? I'm just trying to find my way through life just like any other human being. Okay? Um when I said I was bi, um I know that shocked some people. I know it got a lot of views. Okay? Um Luckily, it didn't go viral because I'm still an underground guy. Um, so I want to say that I'm still straight. I'm still the fin the I'm still the BDSM guy. I mentioned it in a few of my videos. Um, I'm still me. I just feel that in my head, I don't want to, have discussions with people. Um, I don't want to have discussions with people, anything heterosexual related. Um, because for one, I said that I'm an Eastern heterosexual, meaning that um, we we um, which means that we are the metrosexuals of this planet. Um, we are the we are the kinky and conscious and subconscious Aquarius men. Okay, the Aquarian men do not just happen through gay people. Although yes, we acknowledge the gays as our brothers and sisters. I just told you my uncle is gay. I even have a 15-year-old autistic brother who is is gay, and I told him that I love him infinitely, and I give him an energetic ashe as well. I love you, bro. Um, again, I want to say that I apologize for leaving. Um, I was going through some things, mentally, and it bothered me. It 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 really bothered me. I remember when I had so much mental power, and then when I listened to that big giant voice in my head tell me that I needed to tell the world I was bisexual, and when I came out on YouTube and I told people that, my head was clear. It was clear, you know? And see, I had my own perception, my very own perception of bisexuality that was given to me by my spiritual mother from Sirius, okay, out of Sirius B, okay? Her name is Alexandria. And I'm still sexually attracted to not only straight women and women who like both women and men, but I'm also attracted to intersex women as male. Those of you that know, once again, that are called female hermaphrodites, and I was told by a couple of people that that is still considered straight. But see, you have to understand and understand what was on my mind. My mind was that if I'm a man that likes the penis and the vagina of the female, then and that would make me bi. But of course, everyone in the heterosexual community said that I was confused, so I I gave into it. I bought into it. Um, Again, I say I'm glad to be straight again. Am I still sexually attracted to true female hermaphrodites? Yes, I am. Because for me, it allows me to continue to embrace the the divine mother and the divine wife and the divine daughter within myself. That divine sister in me. Okay? I'm 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 still straight. Okay? I apologize that I left. I'm very sorry that I did that. And I want to say to Mother Goddess Segment, Lord Goddess Segment, please forgive me. Allow me back home. And allow me to finish what I started. Because I know that there was power in what I started. I want to cry, but my tears won't come out. I feel the tears inside my soul, but they just won't come out. I also want to say this. Excuse me, everyone, forgive me. I also want to say this. that at the age of at the age of 12, I discovered um, metrosexuality. I became metrosexuality at the age of, I mean, metrosexual, excuse me. I became metrosexuality at I became metrosexual at age 12, but I wasn't conscious of that until I was about 18, and I heard the word in a song. It was an interlude to a song that I heard after the conversation monologue piece that was on one of my favorite singers' albums. And then in the year 2013, that is when I came across King Ba Sumara Igfagbemi, and his energy. I was drawn to his energy because I knew how much he disliked the heterosexual community, and I understood why he disliked it. And believe me, even though I was straight, I didn't like it either. And I still don't. So, it's like, as King Basumara Ikfebimi calls it, he calls us wise heterosexuals. we're, we're those spiritual heterosexuals that say, you know, we're not gonna bash our brothers and sisters who are gay. We're gonna come to them when we need help. I know that King Basumara Ikfebimi loves us, and Your Majesty, we love you. I'm I'm just I just gotta figure out how am I going to be able to continue to teach uh, when I call um or better yet, let me put it in his sense. How am I going to still be able to teach wise heterosexuality to uh, the African community? Because I know sometimes that I'm gonna have to go back and forth with people. I know that, but right now, my my head's not my my head's just not there. I I I I just don't have the energy to go back and forth with people. So it's like now when I teach, it's either you 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 either decide to listen and learn what I'm teaching you, or ignore it. It's up to you. It's it's really up to you. And also, I want to respond to you Your Majesty, by saying that, you know, you there are some of us heterosexuals that you, Your Majesty, you call us the wise heterosexuals. We're the ones that don't judge and bash gay men and women. We want your help. We want your healing. We want your assistance. There there are heterosexual men that have embraced their feminine side. You know, and you know, I don't mind speaking with ignorant people, but I have a very and no, I'm not saying you're ignorant. I'm referring to the very closed-minded heterosexuals. Okay, when I say ignorant, excuse me. I have a very difficult. I have a very different. Like, I can handle a ignorant heterosexual man or woman that does not understand nor understand where I'm coming from as far as my spirituality. But but what I but what I despise and I highly disfavor is when you have what you call ignorant know-it-alls. Okay, those are the ones that I despise the most. And as you said, Your Majesty, you said it in your video, which I'm still watching. You said in your videos that there are some people that will wake up and, you know, join the age of Aquarius, and I'm one of them. Okay, and then of course you said that um, there will be those who will be just worms living in dirt. Okay, and that's the truth of that. My and I want to say this. My level 1 agenda. My level 1 agenda is to honor, protect, and defend my mother. And when I say my mother, I don't just mean my earthly mother. I mean my my divine mother. And I feel like it is also my job to protect and defend the divine wife of mine, as well as my physical wife. And also children. Let's not forget that. So, Your Majesty, I'm not angry with you. I'm not upset. All I'm saying is that not every hetero not I want to I want to kind of argue. I I tried to find another way to put it, but I couldn't. I want to argue that not every heterosexual, not all heterosexual men hate gay people. I have, I just said that I have a gay brother, and I have a gay uncle who passed away a year ago. It's because of both you and them that I have become even more spiritual, even though I have my own spirituality. I will be honest. I would like some assistance. I would like some assistance and some guidance in my own form of spirituality as well. And I know that you, Your Majesty, can help me with that. Excuse me, Ashe. Um, I'm going to email you. Um, because what I would like from you, um, is not just some music. I also would like my very own calendar, and I know that I myself am I'm a leader, and I'm also aware that it was written in the stars for me to not only wake people up, but also in my personal life, I'm also supposed to be with dominant females to protect, to defend, to heal them. So now that I'm back home as an androgynous heterosexual slash metrosexual, whatever you will, whatever you will. Um, I wanna finish where I left off. Okay, and this time, I promise everyone that watches my channel, I promise to not only learn from my black gay brothers and sisters, but stick with my heterosexual um brothers and sisters as well. Now, I will say this, and I know some of y'all were waiting for the negative side of me to come out. I say, excuse me. I want to say that not all heterosexual people I trust either. I don't trust them because there was an incident over 2 years ago. I went to my mother's church and they were preaching at me. Because they were saying that they were saying, excuse me, they were saying that we're not judging and we're not bashing, we're just telling you what the Bible says. And I didn't realize that they were preaching at me until we left the church. We left to go home. And I could no longer continue my friendship with them. And I actually was raised Christian. Thank goodness I'm not a preacher's kid, because it would have been hard. It would have been harder for me to even be who I am and a Christian at the same time. So now that I no longer profess that faith and spirituality, I am in love. I just want to say that I am in love with African spirituality, and it would hurt me to give that up. I'd be a fool to. You know, I feel a lot stronger getting involved in African spirituality and science. You know, I wanna continue to help. I want to continue to help my people as well as gay people. You know, Your Majesty, I'm one of your students from afar. You know, um, because believe me, I'm a straight guy, and there are things about other heterosexuals that I really disfavor, right? Um, I've seen Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, and all that other craziness, and I want to tell you that I observed it until I could not observe it no more. Because I was able to see psychiatrically and psychologically the dysfunctions that they have as heterosexual people. And why do I keep referring to other heterosexuals as they? Because, for one, I am not Western. I am Eastern. Yes, it's true that I live in Western cultural society, but my being, be, but my being is and has always belonged to the Easterns, the mystics, the healers, the the shamans of this world, the gatekeepers, the the gays and the androgynous, the first androgynous, which are the bisexuals. The second androgynous are heterosexuals. But then again, let me not put that in third person. Yeah, third and fourth person, because androgyneity is about being in alignment with all spirits. It is a collective, a cosmic and celestial oneness that should not be taken out of context and respected. Okay? Because whether we want to accept it or not, we are all androgynous. Okay? And I will be making another video, but to not jump off subject, I'm gonna continue to talk with my metrosexual ancestors, and yeah, my androgynous heterosexual ancestors, and my my gay male and lesbian ancestors. I'm gonna continue to talk with you, and I want to tell you that I'm here for you. I love you. I am I want I want more to care for you and about you. I want to get to know you. Okay? I don't want to get too personal in this video. Um, but I'm just glad to say that I had to choose my words wisely. That's why I was looking like that. I'm just glad to say that I'm back home and I'll never leave again. Um, I want to continue to honor segment, cherish the the consciousness and the power of segment and Basset, as well as Mao, because all of them, all of them are my feline ancestors. Now, originally, I called them my feminine heterosexual ancestors. And when I asked them to appear to me, I had to see about 7 cats walking upright out of the sky. And those 7 cats, I'm getting a download, those 7 cats represent the 7 powers, which also represent the 7 chakras of the most high and highest. And my ancestors speak through me and they say, yes, that's exactly what it is. So they say you gotta respect that, and I do. I really do. And I feel like I made a big mistake. I feel like I made a big mistake leaving home. Trying to get away from uh, trying to get away from Eastern heterosexuality. Um, something I knew was in me as a child, but I had family members that were not open minded. Um, and again, I don't want to keep draining myself of I'm sorry's, but I do ask for an apology. I I I I ask that you accept my apology. I apologize for walking away, and that'll never happen again. I just was going through a mental battle, and I'm I'm strong enough to know when something ain't going right with me, and I'm brave enough to admit it because a person that goes insane, a lot of them won't admit it because it's that little dark negative spirit in that in their head that allows them to keep believing and knowing that they're crazy and that they're abnormal in a negative sense, in a negative connotation. Okay? When you are crazy in a I'm sorry, when you are abnormal in a negative connotation, as white folks deem and credited this, that you really have lost touch with reality. Okay? And so with that, I want to say I I ask for your apology, family, and I want to say forgive me. Um, because I want to make my mark in this world as well. I have a couple of things. No, I have a few things in store for this world. I can't give everything away, but I want to say that I'm here. I'm I, I'm here. I'm spiritually home with you all, and I'm back as an Eastern heterosexual, and I vow to show you all my self worth as that. May may my may may the 7 through 13 powers of Africa and celestial Africa be with you all. Okay? And one other thing I would like to say, embrace your culture. Embrace your culture. Black people are comfortable with this whole multiculturalism thing. I want to say this, and I've said it before, and I've taught it. I've taught it. White people have created this idea of multiculturalism. Don't don't be so quick to critique. Just be slow to listen and hear. Try to understand before you can form your opinion, okay? The powers that be gave black people the idea that if you bring if you bring white people and black people together, you have, as well as other races, you have a multicultural fashion of reality. And my response is this: why do you need to embrace another group's culture when you already had your own? I see. Pan Africanism was too aggressive. And everyone had their own individual mind, so it was hard for you to embrace that. But I say, we as Pan Africans already had multiculturalism. And if you had delved into the history of it more, you would find out that there were pro-black people not just in America, but there has been pro-black people in Australia. There has been pro-black people in Hawaii, which is really just another connection and continent with California. California is a part of Hawaii when you look at the Pythagorean theory, okay? And even King Basumara Igfagbemi agrees. Also, you have you possibly may have pro black Japan, okay, but it even though it may be a very small group, the whole idea that I want you to fathom is that there still are people. So, konnichiwa to my black Japanese people. Ni hao ma to my black Chinese people. Okay? My dark skinned Chinese, my dark skinned Japanese, my light skinned black Japanese and Chinese. Okay? We know you're out there. We know you're present. Okay? Embrace not just your American culture, but embrace your black global culture. Because if you really look, if you really think about it, we are all one. Okay, no matter what continent in the world you come from. Yes, yes, we know it's cliche that we are all one human race, but I'm talking about the 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 true human race, the hue, which means color, and then you have the word man. I forgot the origin of that word. I'm sorry, but the point of it all is embrace your own culture, and once you begin to embrace that, only it is only then that we will be able to assist other races and cultures with their cultural, political, economical, and social issues. All right. I love you, King Basamara, Igfagbemi. I love you, Goddess Segment. Love you, Goddess Hetero. Right, and I love all of you that are watching. And as I always say in my videos, put 3 stars in your heart, which is love, knowledge, and wisdom. And remember to always, always love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then how in the world is anybody supposed to love you? Until next time, family, this is Brother Devin saying peace, black, and galactic power. Nahotep.